The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene, blast the feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King the Beat. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shining, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on their light. Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene, blast the feel so unreal. YouTube madness like share, subscribe. Jack's on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King the Beat. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shining, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on their light.
What up, YouTube? It is Dolly and, of course, the lovely PJ back in the house again tonight, okay? As you can see by the title, we have a Karen Reed update. We have some updates on the Delphi murder and, of course, some information on Sarah Boone. But first, make sure you do what, PJ?
Hit the like.
You leave your DNA all over the damn like button, okay?
Don't lick it.
Don't lick it. PJ said don't lick the like button. It is absolutely gross. Don't do it. No matter how much you just want to lick it like it's a school bus window, don't do it. And don't eat the Elmer's glue. Don't do it. I know it may taste good, but don't do it. Also, if you're brand new, sub up. We cleared up some room because we got rid of a lot of animal haters. So we got some room for some new subs. But you got to be a good person and like cats, okay? Just saying. But make sure you sub up, ring the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Okay, so you want to jump into the Karen Reed stuff?
Yeah. I see why they added her in the Vanity Fair episode she was in. She looks fly, but...
You say she looks fly?
Mm-hmm. She looks pretty good in her suit.
In her suit, in her business suit. Mm-hmm. I call that the killer outfit. Okay?
It's pretty hot.
You know who else used to wear outfits like that?
Who?
Hillary Clinton. And if you say her name 3 times, you will die. Okay? You will. It's true. It's a true fact. I ain't even making it up. Okay?
I believe it.
I don't trust any woman that wears a business suit.
That's a pretty sweet. I would rock the hell out of that business.
It's half dress, half suit. It's like party in the front, business in the back.
No.
Okay?
That's
what I
think.
thing
At all.
Well, how about I give her 9 vodkas and sodas and you stand behind her car?
Do you have a death wish for me?
I was just saying. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care how sweet her business suit looks. I ain't doing that.
It's Hillary, not Hillary. See, people know, they already know, right? Would you stand behind Hillary's car or would you stand behind Karen Reed's car? Which one?
It depends on if Hillary's drinking.
I ain't standing behind none of them. I'm saying hell to the no on that one, okay? So we got Karen Reed court case coming up soon, maybe?
No,
they're moving it?
They're moving it.
They're going to move it, and we was ready to
update.
go, right? We're going to hear the update. They're going to push the damn can. I was ready to go to Boston and have me some Boston baked beans.
They argued that case this morning in front of like the supreme of the most supreme high courts.
Them and the judges with the cool ass chairs.
Yeah, I feel like the chair would reach the ceiling in this room. It looked amazing and plushy.
I'm thinking about getting me a throne.
It was like a throne.
A king's throne.
It really looked
with like
a
some
throne.
skulls. I'm gonna get me a big king cat.
But if you thought like previous court cases we'd kind of watched or kept up with were crazy, this morning was like, it just started and it was like this judge had a question, then this judge had a question, then they were kind of like
too many damn judges. Okay, too many damn judges.
I think they're like supreme something, like they're above the judges.
Okay, so
it was different.
It was different. All right, so let's listen to a little update on the woman herself. Right, Ms.
You can't tell me she don't look fly. Look at how
Miss Run Your Ass Over, Karen Reed. Okay.
Where the state's Supreme Court heard arguments this morning in the Karen Reed case. Now, Reed's defense is asking that 2 of the 3 charges against her at trial in the death of John O'Keefe be dropped. So we are
drop everything but the murder and the DUI. I'm good with it.
That's what they want to drop, though.
I know they don't want her to get that murder conviction.
They're claiming double jeopardy.
No, it was a hung jury, fair and square.
And what they're trying to ultimately do with what I witnessed, they're wanting to make the Supreme Court voir dire the jurors. So bring back the jurors that already did their freaking time, did what they were supposed to do. They're trying to get back to there.
They're not going to do that.
I think they might.
They're not going to do that.
They're trying to say that if they had polled the jury, like once they had the verdict and it was a deadlock, no-go, whatever, they're claiming that if they had individually gone through each jury member and said, is this your final answer? And is this what you think? Or is this what you're claiming? Or is this what you don't agree with? That they would have said what they believed was that she wasn't guilty.
Well, they might have said something totally different.
Oh, I know. But
that's like a guess.
Oh, I know. But so now they argued in the Supreme Court for this particular instance and stated they need to bring them back to question them.
All right, well, let's play this update.
Standing by to learn what the judge is going to say, and joining us now, the justices rather are going to say. Court TV crime and justice correspondent Matt Johnson is with us. And Matt, you paid attention to that all-important hearing. Any new details come out of these arguments?
Very fascinating case to watch right now, and this hearing was something unlike we have seen. This case now in the hands of the state Supreme Court there in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Karen Reed left court just a few moments ago with her attorneys. During the hearing, she sat with her mom and dad in the gallery as her appellant attorney argued that the judge, Beverly Cannoni, made the wrong decision back in July, when she declared a mistrial without polling the jurors to see if they reached a verdict on any of the charges. Here are the arguments this morning. Take a listen.
But it ain't gonna work.
The defendant never asked for a mistrial, and at minimum, secondly, we strongly ask this court to extend the Sixth Amendment jurisprudence where you allow jury voir dires into the Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment is as important as the Sixth Amendment, and a jury voir dire conducted by an experienced judge can determine whether or not there was a unanimous and final verdict of not guilty on 2 counts, one of which carries with it a life imprisonment.
All right, one charge carries life imprisonment, but you never know. They could come back and say, well, we thought she was not guilty of the lesser charges, but we thought she was guilty on the other charge. And then you find yourself in a bind. So I don't think they're going to do any of that. I think they're going to retry her. 95% of the time when you're retried, you are convicted. Okay.
Because they're not going to have Michael Proctor.
And here's the thing. They also... Now the prosecuting attorney is the lawyer that was for Whitey Bulger, so you know he knows his shit, right? So they brought in a heavy hitter to prosecute her.
Have a new accident reconstruction. It says it in this.
Yes, because now they know what they did bad in the first trial.
So now they can fix it, right?
So now they can fix it. And we're glad that Ash got her stuff. We got some new candles out for Christmas, right? So make sure they're, what are they?
Gingerbread.
Gingerbread. And I think I got like 20 of them I made.
We sold a couple.
Oh, we sold a couple already?
Yeah,
okay, so I don't got 20 of them. I may have 15, okay? We may have 15 new candles for Christmas. We got some new soap scents coming out for Christmas, new candles, new lip balms, a bunch of new stuff. They make great stocking stuffers. Make sure you check out the store. There's
And
my
we
little
still have
plug.
that stocking option where we fill a stocking up for you.
Absolutely. We got mystery stockings where you can get a stocking already filled with goodies. And trust me, it don't come with a lump of coal. It should. Maybe some of y'all deserve a lump of coal, but it actually comes with goodies in the
Did
stocking.
people really get coal? Or is that just
Back
like
in
a
the day,
saying?
back
Like
in the day.
actual coal?
If you was bad,
You just got like a
Santa has brought me plenty of coal. Okay, because I'm bad a
believe it.
lot.
I
I'm
believe
bad a
it.
lot.
Did the judge have either the discretion or an obligation to ask the jury after the last note about continued deliberations or a verdict on any lesser included offense?
No obligation, Your Honor. It perhaps is a matter of
Did the judge have the discretion to do so?
Rule 27B is discretionary. The language of the rule itself consistently refers to what a judge or a jury may do. I know the defendant argues.
So it's not inherently coercive. If the judge has the discretion, it can't be coercive, correct?
Well, no, it's a matter of discretion.
Now, Judge Cannoni already denied dismissing the charges of second-degree murder and leaving the scene of a crash resulting in the death of John O'Keefe, which is what elevated the case to the high court there in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts ahead of the second trial.
So what is next now, Matt?
All right, so now we wait for the Supreme Court ruling. Meanwhile, Commonwealth plans to retry the case. Second trial date set for late January of next year, but both the prosecution and the defense have filed a joint motion to push the case to April. There have been a new prosecutor assigned to the case, and we understand that the next trial could look very different than the first one with a new crash reconstructionist and also plans not to call lead investigator Michael Proctor. Now, after the next trial, Reed faces more legal troubles. The O'Keefe family has filed a wrongful death civil suit against Karen Reed and the bars that she was served at that night. The civil case has been postponed until after the second criminal trial wraps.
Wow, a lot of things that will be different in that second trial, Matt. Thank you so much for that report. And April 2025?
I mean, I don't think anybody thought it was going to go in January, and especially with this pending decision, depending on what the high court decides there. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
They're asking a lot of great questions. I heard the defense attorney arguing, Martin Weinberg, that the second degree charge had multiple charges under it, so that these jurors may have been looking at it vertically rather than horizontally when they said we are deadlocked on the charges. So they are really pushing for this.
Yeah, and frankly, from a common sense, it feels like there's a there. And I remember when Judge Cannoni didn't bring the jurors in, I was thinking, why not? Why not get to the bottom of this one way or another?
Maybe the justices will agree with that.
We'll see. And we'll keep you updated as soon as there is a decision.
Officials in Wyoming say
but what if they don't agree that it's too much to bring back the jurors and they've already scheduled and set this in the motion? Yeah, and then you got to get them jurors back. And now they had time to research the case, look into the case, and they could be persuaded. So I believe that the high court is going to rule against Karen Reed. Okay, I could be wrong, but I think they are. She's going to be tried again. 95% conviction rate. Her ass has done spent all that money. She gave up her ass to the lawyer, right? She done gave up her house to the lawyers. She's done spent most of her daddy's money.
She's done got like $500,000 on that one GoFundMe site.
Yeah, but they're eating that money up with these court cases, and them lawyers are not cheap. And you see, she has Epstein's lawyer, and you think that's free?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's good. They argued pretty decent on what he was trying to present, but it seemed like he was getting a lot of pushback from the Supreme.
And what was it, Alan Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
He
was there also.
He was there in the court. So you got him, right? And I'm surprised his wife let him. His wife let him show up.
Must just pay. I don't know.
Right? It's the money. The wife must want that money because she knows he was sleeping with Karen Reed.
Yeah.
Right. So she gave up the butt crack, the house. Both of them lawyers have liens on her house for $500,000 a piece.
Well, they know she's getting civilly sued after all of this. So it's like, I feel like they're trying to establish their piece of the pie before it gets taken apart.
Look great, PJ. You also, Dolly.
Thank you.
Thank you, CB. good to see you. A moment in time. So I really truly think they're going to rule against Karen Reed, and that she's going.
I mean, like you said,
she's going to be tried again, and this time 95% conviction on a retry.
Well, no Michael Proctor.
Yep, and so and with a way better Mello was an idiot. Okay, for anybody that followed the Karen Reed case out there.
I just think he didn't do a good job. But
thank you for jumping on the train, badass biker wife. You want to read that comment, PJ?
Dolly, PJ just wanted to let you know why I have not been in chat for the last 3 weeks. My mom passed Saturday. We buried her yesterday. Just want to let you know I still support you guys, Rhonda.
Rhonda, sorry to hear that, Rhonda.
I'm sorry.
I remember that was my mom passed away. It was probably one of the saddest days of my life. I was a big old mama's boy. So I definitely know your pain there, Rhonda. Big virtual hugs to you. And it really is nothing anybody can say that makes things better. It's just time, you know, over time, it'll sting just a little less and less. You'll never really heal from it. Stuff like that leaves a scar. Definitely like for me. And you seen how, you know, somebody says something about my mom, I fly off the handle. That's the important thing of your parents is love them as much as you can because you only get one set of parents, you know, and when they're gone, all you have is those good memories to hold on to. So big virtual hugs to you, Rhonda. I'm make sure I say a little prayer for you and thank you for your donation to the channel and all your support. When you're here and, you know, we understand when people are not here. We know everybody has a pretty busy life. We like to see you as much as we can, people out there in the chat. But if you got some things that are important to handle, don't worry. We'll be here when you get back. Okay. Now I don't know about Karen Reed because her ass is probably going to prison. I'm hoping anyway, right? I'm hoping. And I know a lot of people out here disagree with me on the Karen Reed stuff.
Actually, I think it's starting to fall apart. The FKR people, they're starting to rat on each other and they're starting to recognize. Remember I think it was Lisa that would call from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And at first she was so adamant that Karen Reed didn't do it. And then the last two calls, you're like, oh, you're the one that thinks that Karen did it. And she was like, oh, not so much.
Yeah.
I think a couple of people I've actually seen do that were so really pro Karen Reed. I feel like it's falling apart.
There's a lot of YouTubers that don't do nothing but milk the Karen Reed case. Milk it. That's all they talk about every day, every video. Karen Reed this, Karen Reed that, Karen Reed this, Karen Reed that.
Isn't that normal? There's people that solely focus on a bullhorn and then some focus solely on Sebastian and some
are you a true crime channel? Are you a YouTube channel? Or are you a Karen Reed channel? Because some of these channels,
a Karen Reed channel,
yeah, some of these channels are just Karen. I didn't even know that was
it became a thing.
You know, just your whole channel is Karen Reed. Okay, like oh my god, like you're talking about Karen Reed every day.
What could you possibly?
I think the lady is a bougie ass woman.
She is. You could tell by the way she carries herself.
If you were on fire out there holding a free Karen Reed sign, she wouldn't stop to help you. She might back over you. Right? We said that together, right? Jinx, right? So I mean, you know, she's all in her $3,000 suit. Who can relate to that?
You know what though? That suit looks like it's probably a couple $1,000s, but you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day, Memorial Day. I gotta look that up, but I'm pretty sure it's right after the summertime is over. So I don't think she's supposed to be wearing
I just don't think she's relatable, you know, because
no, she doesn't seem relatable.
The average person
is not rich.
It's not rich.
Like
they're not wearing $1,000 business suits. Now she may be relatable to Hillary Clinton or some rich
Labor
rich
Day.
people.
Thank you, Sage.
So I mean, I just never could relate to the lady. I don't see why these common folk worship her so much. Because she wouldn't do nothing to help them ever. I can tell. I mean, I've seen that type of person a million times before.
I believe they relate to her because they think that they've been wronged by the police and she's being wronged by the police.
Boston police must be really fucking bad. If everybody,
they seemed like they were nice. They didn't just throw you on the ground for no reason while you were there.
No, they were all nice to me.
And you're
polite,
pretty scrappy.
You know, polite. Yeah, but I wasn't breaking no law either, and I wasn't drinking and driving. But my interaction with the police up there have been good. And look at their laws. Their laws are lenient as shit. And you know what I'm saying? They got dispensaries everywhere and the shit is cheap as hell. So, I mean, it seems like everybody there would be nice and mellow. You know what I'm saying? Because they're smoked up, right? Now, I might not like Boston as much now when I go back because now I don't smoke.
Yeah.
So it might not be as cool as it was the last time I was there. So I may be a little.
It's like another city. So, I mean.
Well, Canton, Boston and Canton's a lot different. Boston's big city. When you get to Canton, it's a little, country bumpkin town.
I like
everybody knows each other. And most of the people there, believe it or not, do not support Karen Reed. Right? A lot of these people that are part of this Karen Reed movement are not from Canton. Right? You can go through that crowd and ask 1 million people out there. Well, there's probably, 500 people that go out there and support her. Where are you from? And they'll be like, well, I'm from Jersey. I'm from here. I'm from there. I'm not many of them at all are from even Turtle Boy. He ain't from there. You know what I'm saying? So they're not from that direct area. They're from other parts of Mass or New Hampshire or other places.
I heard a FKR person say a couple weeks ago that they had visitors there from like the UK.
Yeah. There's people
crazy.
Believe it or not, people support their favorite YouTubers, and if their YouTubers is selling you, let them in.
He wants to sit on my lap, so he's gonna sit on my lap, get me all dirty.
Don't let him on your lap, but just let him in.
He's not gonna freaking bitch. Good luck. He only wants to come.
Come on, you can come sit on my lap.
On my lap.
Come on.
He is a mama's boy. He's not gonna sit on your lap.
Come on.
See, look.
Come on. Who you like better? Traitor. You traitor.
Stop. Now he's drinking my drink. Sit.
Watch out. All right. So what do you think? Would you stand behind Karen Reed's car, Wrangler? Huh? I don't think Wrangler would. All right. He said, I'm not getting near that crazy woman. She drinks too much. So Wrangler got him a bath today. He's nice and clean.
And now his skin looks a little irritated.
You get you a bath today.
Benadryl. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Richard Allen.
He's the star. Look at.
Come on. You want to come over here with me? Come on. Ah! You big heavy dog. You. So anyway, sit down. We don't let you in. Now sit your butt down. Okay, there you go, boy. So anyway, Delphi, there was some stuff today that There's a big boy. There was some stuff today that came out in the Delphi case that makes it look like Richard Allen is innocent. I mean, a bombshell dropped today.
I heard about it.
Okay. So basically, they are saying Richard Allen was gone from the Trussels by the the High Bridge?
Yeah.
That he
Monon
was
High Bridge.
Yeah, the Monon High Bridge. He was gone by 4 o'clock. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is the little girl's cell phone headphones were plugged into it at 5 o'clock and then unplugged at 10 o'clock.
10:30.
Yes. And they're stating that he never went back to the bridge. So how could he be the killer if he was not there and somebody plugged in the headphones and unplugged the headphones from the little girl's phone?
But if the phone was found underneath Abby and that's where she was unalived and that's where the phone was, how were they messing with it within that period of time?
Maybe it wasn't. Somebody else was.
And
then when they were getting ready to leave, they put the cell phone down.
Under her?
And staged it. Yes. What about, look at the Idaho 4. The knife was found under the girl's body.
Right. I just always assumed he just dropped it.
But how did it get under her body? She was asleep when he started stabbing her.
Right, but you don't need to hold the sheath to be able to do the deed. Like, you take it out, it could have been like on a loop or something on his belt, and it could have come undone somehow and fell, and then she fell on top of it. But she was not up. She was asleep. They had been out drinking, and when he stabbed him, she was in bed asleep. So I mean, they say, but then they were ordering food and cackling through the doors and listening to each other, texting each other, and all this other stuff. Like, I don't know what I believe in that
and
case
we know that, okay, well, either way, so you thinking maybe that the phone got wet?
They did say that that could cause that reading of having something plugged into it or headphones plugged into it, which that didn't really make sense to me. But that's what they're claiming is could be the reason as to why it was stating something was plugged into
it. With the, you know, the time frame it took that this girl was naked, the other girl was wearing clothes, and you know, my whole theory this whole time has been Wrangler loves his daddy. That the person took their time, and it may have been more than one person. Okay, so
that's what I always.
And I'm a strong believer that, you know, that Keegan and his daddy had something to do with it, and you know, the defense today rested, right?
Yeah, and they didn't expect it to happen, so they basically come in and they're thinking like, oh, the defense has more people to call up or whatever, and the defense is like, we rest our case, Your Honor, and Your Honor didn't even have jury instruction ready. And then prosecution wanted to bring back witnesses to reiterate whatever it is they wanted to go over, which I heard there was a doctor that testified for the reasoning as to why Richard Allen was rolling around in his feces, and the way that it looked was that he was dragged to a shower and forcibly showered or something. And he said that it was because his lawyer had come to see him or something of that nature, and how he refused, and so they had to get him presentable so he could see his lawyer.
Somebody asked, is it a Boston or a Frenchie? He is a French bulldog. Wrangler is a French bulldog. The way you can tell a Boston from a Frenchie is their ears. Okay. A Boston Bull Terrier has pointed ears, and a French bulldog has round ears. He's starved. Okay. He's chilling. He wanted to get on. He was over at the fence whining. He's like, let me in. Let me in.
Usually Lolo's.
Look. Wrangler says, like the video, comment or subscribe, or he will bite you. Okay, won't you, Rangy? Won't you? See?
As he tries to lick your face off.
Yeah, as he tries to lick your face. He's a big love bug. He's a big love bug. Okay.
Until he bites your face off.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell everybody. I didn't mean to tell you. You're vicious. You're vicious. We know. Okay, so you know the bombshell is if this phone was actually plugged in and unplugged at that time that they're saying, there's no way possible. Richard Allen could have committed this crime.
Right.
Also, we know that there was no witnesses that witnessed him out there.
No.
It ain't like a witness said that guy sitting right there is the person I seen on the bridge, right? Nobody. Everybody that described what they believe was the killer on the bridge described it as a young man with curly hair. They actually described
he likes Starburst.
He's trying to eat the wrappers.
Yeah.
Well, you better watch yourself. So a lot of people seen a younger person with curly hair,
not blue eyes.
Tall. So you got no witnesses. You got no DNA. The witness that did see the car seen the wrong car, right? Which he described as a Comet, and he drove a
Focus.
Yeah, Ford Focus. That's a big difference in the car, in the year of the car. So there's no car witness.
She said it reminded her of a Comet.
Even the lady at the mailbox, she couldn't describe it as Richard Allen.
No.
Okay. So you got no DNA. You have an unspent bullet casing, and that bullet casing could also be from the Weber's guy's gun, which had the same type of gun, different model, but same caliber, 40 caliber handgun.
Their defense's forensics expert testified that the shell casing that they claimed was replicated by firing the weapon is not admissible to that, because you can't compare apples and oranges, and that when it's fired versus it not being fired is different.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah.
You know, and usually when they do ballistics on a bullet, it's after it's been fired. It ain't before it's fired. And that's a hard way to determine, because you could get scratches on the bullet from putting it into the clip.
Well, they claimed it was like a fingerprint, that every type of weapon has its own individual marking that is made when you rack it. And I just didn't really believe that. But then, you know, they claimed it, and then they put the person on the stand and who proclaimed it also, but then they tried to recreate it.
They couldn't. So then that shows you right there it's not true, right? If it leaves a fingerprint, a certain mark on the bullet every time you rack it, then they should have been able to recreate it.
Right. And there shouldn't be any other type of weapon or other weapon that would possibly do the same as well, because that's not fingerprint.
They
That's-
actually had a expert come up and say if you left a normal person in solitary confinement for that long, they could go insane. Okay, so I think the defenses did a good job of saying, hey, you made this dude crazy by torturing him in a cell. He don't match, the gun don't match, the witnesses don't match. He was not there at the time that whoever was with these girls was, because like I said, you know, this girl had that Apple phone, and them Apple phones tell you everything. That's the same stuff
Karen
they're
Reed
using in
stuff.
Karen Reed,
Yep.
right? So in both these cases, you got this Celebrate stuff, which is what they use to extract the information off the phones, and it looks like something was going on with her phone. We know the phone at some point was turned off. We know the phone at some point was powered back on.
Mhm.
We know the phone had headphones plugged in and unplugged from it, right? So somebody
And
was
that's
messing with this
weird.
phone.
Like, why would you plug?
And if
headphones
Richard
into
Allen was there, and he admits to being there at the
He's the one that plays himself there.
yeah,
How do you not
but he
admit it to it?
also in his very first interview said he wasn't going to confess to a crime he didn't commit. But after they locked him in a cell for 17 months, he was confessing to everything, even
That's
molesting
because-
his sisters, which they testified he didn't.
His sister and his daughter, yes.
Yeah, so they're saying that never happened, and he's confessing to things, saying he did these crimes that never happened. He also said he shot the girls, and the girls were not shot.
In the back.
Right? So he didn't know how the girls were killed.
But that's after he told his wife that if she wasn't able to handle this anymore, that he would just tell them whatever they wanted him to say.
I'm really leaning towards Richard Allen is an innocent man. And if anything, we're going to end up with a hung jury in this.
Yeah, but then they're going to have to keep at it, because you got to think this little area has spent $4 million on prosecuting this man. And so
$4 million wasted. They should have had a solid case
Well, yeah.
before they brought this before and arrested him and
I agree.
tortured him. If anything, if he is not convicted, Richard Allen is going to sue the shit out of the state.
I'm sure they
Okay.
have that drawn up already.
Yeah, and that's what they're scared of. That's why they're doing everything in their power to make sure he's convicted. Right?
Well, not only is he being treated unfairly, like the judge is allowing all of the objections from the prosecution. So but usually when something is asked, most of the time the judge is fair to both sides. And it seems like from what I'm listening to that she's just not allowing regular questions from the defense. And now the seating, I heard that Richard Allen's family there's not enough seating for them. And it's almost like they're trying to purposely alienate this man.
Yeah, I agree. And like, you know, I know there's people out here that think he's guilty because he confessed. But when you're under mental stress and you're scared
You're
and
willing to do
alone,
anything that you can to, like, in his mind, he thought that would get him out, or that would get him to
Mhm.
some type of, because I mean, why would he say that to his wife? Like, I'll just tell them what they want me to say, like thinking that'll give some kind of resolution, you know?
I guess he didn't want to have his wife go through all this stuff, and he's willing to say anything. Now, me, myself, you would have to lock me under the prison for me to confess to a crime I didn't commit, right? But everybody ain't like me, you know?
Yeah, but if you got to think they're holding you and not allowing you the free world, and then they're interrogating you saying, we know you did it, just say you did it, and this will be over. Just, we have evidence that you did it, so you might as well just tell us you did it, and you know, that kind of thing. And if you're really mentally unwell, I mean, after a certain amount of time, I'm sure anybody would cry.
I've been blocked or timed out so many times I can't keep count. Maybe listen, guys, don't time people out for nothing. I mean, even
what
if
does that have to do with anything? I
it
didn't
don't
see
have
anybody.
Yeah, I
time
don't
out.
know. I'm just saying, don't time people out unless they do something. If they're not,
it was because the name was what it was before, and people are very sensitive to political stuff. But it's totally fine.
well,
it's not,
if that person's not hurting anybody or saying anything offensive
and
in the
I
chat,
addressed that a couple times.
don't delete them because their name. In this world, you got the right to freedom of religion. You can vote for whoever you want to vote to. We're not politics here, so don't worry about it. You know, so don't delete people because their name. Even if they came in and you're a Trump supporter and they put "I love Carmella" as their name, don't delete them. You know, you have the right to like whoever you want in this world. But if you come in here and you're talking bad about somebody or causing problems, That's when you time people out, guys, for my mods. I'm sure y'all know that anyway.
They said not on here. Dolly just was having a conversation. They're having a side conversation.
Oh, okay. Y'all having a side chat. I thought you were getting blocked up in here. We try to be fair to everybody.
It happened once or twice before.
We don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. Okay.
We all want the same thing.
We all really, you might have a different
groceries.
view of things, but I think we all want to live in harmony in this country together. I think we can all agree on that. And the reason we don't do politics here, it divides people. We like to bring people together, especially people that have the same interests as us, true crime, you know, these cases, these missing people, murder cases, that type of stuff. So it don't matter what side of the fence you on here, as long as you on the true crime side, okay?
And Anna said, why would he say he did all those things if he didn't? Because he thought in his mentally deranged mind that that would free him from his confinement.
Or they would leave his wife alone.
Right.
And not drag her through the mud. Yeah.
Because they made him believe, even from the very first interrogation, they utilized his wife against him. And basically what the man said, from what I remember, I'm not good at
look what you're putting your wife through.
Right, exactly. And he's got some type of dependency disorder. I think he was in the military. I think he might have served time and had like PTSD, but he had diagnosed depression from an early age. He was taking medication from when he was like 20, and basically his mental state, they were utilizing what they could. Like, you know, somebody gets to you and they determine what ticks you, like what pisses you off. And with him, it was clear as day from the very beginning that his wife, like, you don't mess with his wife.
Yeah.
And so they were utilizing this to mess with his wife. And it's almost as if, and I can't translate what he said or what he meant by it, but he said what he said.
I truly think he had mental health issues before he was even incarcerated.
He did.
And when they put him in the cell by himself, it just made his mental issues even that much worse.
What did you just say to me?
He snores awake. Okay. He'd be like,
he had a
he's
nose
looking
job
at me
and
like,
everything.
yeah, he's done had a nose job. Say, I got my nose fixed and I still snore. He sleeps with me at night and he snores his ass off.
He snores like
right?
an old man.
He snores. He gets right up against you. And look, if you try to move him, he'll growl at you. He'll be like, don't move me, bitch, when I'm sleeping. He does not like to be disturbed while he's asleep. He's like a grumpy old man, right? He's like, don't try to move me. He takes up the whole spot, right? So anyway, I'm believing this man's innocent. I mean, I don't think they've done enough to prove that he's guilty. Okay, he's going to his mama. Traitor, you damn traitor. So I don't think they've done enough to prove his guilt. You know, even with his confessions. Now, if he would have confessed the first time and Tiff said he bites, he does. He bit Tiff, right? He's not good with strangers. He wasn't good with me at first. Now he loves me to death, right?
Yeah, he sat in the cage around you for a whole 2 weeks, I thought.
Yeah, we had
a while.
We had to get him in the cage and get me feeding him and like slowly warming up to me.
And then I had to have him on a leash, and you walked behind us. Actually, I think you walked in front of us. It's a pack thing for dogs. They really have like a set way.
Yeah, and then me and him became buddies. We bonded, and now he, like I said,
he would feed him turkey sandwiches.
I started feeding him turkey sandwiches.
That did it.
And PJ usually just feeds him regular straight dog food, but
because he's allergic.
He's allergic to life. Okay,
that's why they really need, like, people that want to buy French bulldogs. You need to have like a do not buy if you don't want to deal with the dog that has allergies and snorting issues.
Yeah,
and
you gotta be you gotta know that this dog's gonna take a lot of care.
He bites.
Okay. Yeah, he's not good with brand new people, which he's a good guard dog. Like if you
he'll definitely bite you.
He will bite you. You know what I'm saying? If he don't know you. And
he's 22 pounds, but his bite hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts.
He has them bulldog jaws, so he locks
down.
Thing.
Yes.
So he's able to jump up and bite something and hold on to it and like not let go, just hang in the air, right? So he has really, really strong jaws. And Tiff knows. My daughter, she's scared to death. I was like, Tiff, you just gotta, slowly warm up to him. He was the same way with me, and you gotta bribe him and let him know that you ain't no threat to him, and you're gonna treat him good. And see,
he heard a door. I heard it too.
So he gets ready to go. Right, he's ready at any time.
And he sounds vicious.
Yeah, he sounds a lot meaner. That's the neighbor taking out the trash. So, all right, we got Sarah Boone left. As soon as these dogs stop barking.
Yeah. It'll be a minute.
All right.
We thought we were done with Sarah Boone, I thought, at least until sentencing. No?
Yeah. Well, you know, the lady's a little bit crazy. She thinks she shouldn't be in jail. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps writing the judge and everybody that she can find their name. She's sending them letters saying, you know, she should have took the deal. She was offered 15 years.
She doesn't think she deserves to be in jail or prison. So she wouldn't have never taken no deal. She literally thought she was going to be set free or something.
She thought wrong, right? I mean, when you put somebody in a suitcase and they're trying to get out and you're hitting them with a bat and they die
you to let them out.
and they're begging, like I couldn't even listen to the video. It was absolutely that horrible. So
she's definitely nuts.
Yeah,
why has she not become like? Don't they have psychs in prison that will deem you certifiable? Or
well, she's not. She understands right from wrong. She's just crazy. There's not.
Yeah,
she's not
there's
like.
Difference.
There's a difference. There's a lot of people in prison that are crazy.
So she's writing the state or the courts to get a new trial.
Well, she has to have a reason for appeal. Okay.
So, I didn't read her whole paperwork yet. We have that little clip of what happened as an update that we'll hopefully hear from, but several pages. It was an appeal.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and plus she went through so many lawyers. She couldn't find a good lawyer. But, you know, when they asked her in court, you know, do you agree with what your lawyers are saying and what your lawyers are doing? She said she did.
Mm-hmm.
She understood what was going on. And if you understand, just because you got bad decision-making skills, right, and thinking, oh, I'm going to get away with this in your mind, and then you don't, then you can't whine and cry about it. You went with those lawyers, right? And if not, you could have tried to get different lawyers, right? But you know, right, and she put out a help wanted ad for a lawyer.
Yeah, because the judge punished her for having 8 public defenders that she fired herself and told her, "Hey, you're not getting a new lawyer. You need to do pro bono because you clearly can't work with other people." And then so she put out a help wanted ad.
See what Cray Cray says right there? And that's somebody that's Cray Cray. They said 15 years was a gift.
It was.
And I agree for what she did to that man.
It was.
You know, basically.
She doesn't believe she did anything wrong, though. So to her, it's like.
Now, in her defense, right? Okay, I got to be in her defense a little bit. She was an abused woman. But that don't give her the right to cold-bloodedly kill somebody.
Right.
You know, he was beating on her and he was psycho as shit. So
I think they were together, psycho, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure she was abusive also.
Toxic because they were
some
drinkers.
People are like oil and water, yeah.
Yeah, they were drinkers. They probably got along fine when they were sober. Time they got a little sloshed, the littlest thing probably set either one of them off. And we seen how violent he was. And she was just, you know, one bad thing is who got the bat? Right? Who got the bat? Because he was tearing shit up with that bat before that. So, you know, you're beating up the TVs and tearing up the house with a bat. And now you in a suitcase getting hit with that bat. It's a little bit of karma. I hate to say it. You know, and we did, you know, one person you could believe was the old black woman in the wheelchair. Right?
He did climb in the suitcase by himself, but I mean, I don't know. This case just
Caterbug says, Dolly, I think they were drunk and psycho together and beat up on each other. I totally agree with that. That's what I'm saying. Your abuse is one thing, but if you're both abusive and you're doing it to each other, and I ain't talking about, you know, he may have been physically abusive, but you can see by her messages, she was mentally abusive. So they were both abusing each other. Do we give her a new trial? I don't think there's a reason to give her a new trial. They offered her a deal.
That would be wasting state's money. She's using pro bono lawyers.
Now, if she does get an appeal and they offer her the same deal, 15 years, what do you think? Should she take it this time?
She's not going to take it. She doesn't
That's
think
the bad
did anything
thing.
wrong. She's crazy.
It seems like the courts would try to save themselves money and gave this lady a good deal.
I'm telling you, this lady's going to get out just because they don't want to hear from her ass ever again. Like, stop writing letters, lady. Just go
leave
home.
us alone and beat it. We'll let you go. But if she does this, all she'll do is get into another toxic relationship with somebody else.
I believe she was still technically married, and like she called her husband when all this went down.
I know, and he's the one that told her to call the authorities.
Cops.
Yeah, so I just don't know. It seemed kind of premeditated, or she just took the opportunity, saying, "Hey, I got you trapped. Now's my chance to kill you."
Right, because I can't imagine premeditated, like you planned for him to get inside the suitcase after you had a little to drink, or how does that work? I don't think it's premeditated, but I do think that she could have taken that opportunity, like, hey, this motherfucker just got in the suitcase. Let me just fucking leave him there.
So it was a crime of opportunity, and when she seen him in the suitcase, she ran over there and zipped it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rangy, leave stuff alone. All right, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I
don't think we'll ever know. She won't.
I think she effed herself. And when somebody offers you a deal that's that good for murder, you take it.
Huh.
Did anyone hear about anything odd in the video of him talking about a bat to the TV? I mean, I've seen the video of him beating the TV with the bat, which was, pretty insane. That's why I'm saying I could tell he was a pretty abusive, crazy dude.
Well, I've seen her talking to him like he was a freaking turd in the freaking ground. Like,
oh yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was like, I'm surprised you didn't get your ass beat more often.
Well, it's never good to put your hands on a woman.
No, of course not.
Look,
but
if a woman was treating me that crazy, I'm getting away from you, right? And my thing is, when you make me upset, I don't even talk to you. Right? I just mute people out. I don't say nothing to them, and I would get away from you. If any woman was treating me like that, you can
go to sleep when you just don't want to talk.
If a woman's treating me like that, I'm not going to put up with it. I'm definitely going to leave. And I don't, listen. I understand some women get scared. If I go to leave, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. But once he's gone, you can get away, right? You can get away. You can call the authorities, take protective orders, things like that. And there's answers for it. So you're not stuck with somebody.
I think people develop codependency.
Get out of my suitcase. Come here, boy.
He thinks you're going on vacation.
I know he's trying to get in the suitcase. You are not George, okay? The Wrangler was trying to get in my suitcase, like, I'm going to zip you up in there and hit you with a bat. I'm just playing, okay? They'll have me in prison like Sarah Boone. We're not abusive. No worries, Rangy, okay?
He was trying to demonstrate, though.
He was. It's crazy. We were talking about climbing in a suitcase, and the dog goes over there and gets in the suitcase. We're not going on a trip, but you in the suitcase, dude. We're going to put you in baggage claim, okay? Baggage claim. So,
side eye, you like,
what should they do with Karen Reed? What should they do with Sarah Boone? Right? What should they do with Richard Allen? You want to take a couple phone calls?
Yeah.
All right, we'll throw the phone line up. All right, you guys let us know what you think should happen to these three people that we are discussing tonight. Let me open the phone lines. PJ's going to take your calls. You got your headphones? Yep.
You're about to go take the dog in the other room.
Right, here, I'll take the in there.
This is PJ. Who's this and where are you calling from?
What's up, PJ?
What's up, Doug?
How you doing, dear?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Sorry about the pen thing.
No, you're okay. No, that's okay. I just was being a smart ass. I wasn't worried about it because it wasn't right anyway, but it's totally okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, none of the chat even knows what we're even talking about. Plus,
I know. Let's just talk about the cases.
Yeah.
Sarah Boone. So, were they just both physically abusive to each other and just alcoholics? Is that the deal here?
I believe they were both abusive to each other. Yes. Physically, she had the evidence of that. I don't know if we ever got actual evidence of her being physically abusive to him. I know I heard that she was, but
click on the chat. I can't see the chat.
Oh, sorry. I was working on it. There you go.
Was the suitcase thing like some kind of just a game, or was there
Nobody
some
knows.
sexual component
They
to
claimed
it?
that they were
Nobody
playing.
knows.
Well, Sarah claimed they were playing hide and seek, and that he got into the suitcase himself. And
Why the hell would he get in a suitcase? Oh my
I don't
God.
know. I mean, maybe let's see if I can fit in here, or like I don't know. But she claims they were playing hide and seek.
But beating the hell out of somebody in a suitcase with a baseball bat.
Well, first they were
and
dancing
killing
with the
them.
dog.
First, they were dancing with the dog.
Yeah, they said they were dancing with the dog. They were
Sarah
dancing
said.
around, and then they decided to play hide and go seek. And she went upstairs. He climbed in the suitcase, and when she was coming down the stairs, she seen him in the suitcase, and she ran over there and zipped it up.
Ah, got it.
Like crime of opportunity, exactly. Because she's seen he was in the suitcase. She's like, "Ha! This is my chance to just lock him in there," and she did.
We one said, "Dolly, you look like you're doing better." I'm okay. I got a little bit of a headache where I fell on my head today, so I had a little stumble, a little fall. My elbow is backed up. I mean, it's all bruised.
I was going to call you and ask how many fingers am I holding up, see if you had a concussion.
No, I don't have
He
a
doesn't have a
concussion.
concussion.
My neck is hurt. Like, it hurts a lot worse now than when I fell earlier. Like, my head hurts, my knee hurts, my arm hurts, my knees hurt.
Was he really 103 pounds? I mean, was he from Ethiopia? Like, how are you that little?
I don't.
That's not
think,
racism.
I mean,
I'm
some
sorry.
people say he was like 120 pounds.
Someone said 103. I heard.
The dude was a little guy.
Yeah, he's.
I know
small
he
guy.
was little, but I mean, that just seems emaciated to me.
You had to be to fit in the suitcase. Jesus.
Right. You had to be. 'Cause you got to fold yourself in there.
I
and
couldn't fit in that suitcase.
Don't try it.
But I like when I was at the doctor, I weighed myself. I'm almost 170, 166 pounds.
Mhm.
So, and people
How tall
think
are
I'm
you,
so short
about
because I
5'8"?
sit in these little chairs, but I'm
He's 5'7".
5'7". So there ain't no way I'm fitting in that damn suitcase. There's just no way. I ain't as little as people think I am, right? So a lot of people meet me, they're like, I didn't realize, I thought you was a lot smaller person. I'm like, hey, don't let the camera fool you. I ain't that little.
I was 250, and then when I got that operation, I went down to 155.
That's small,
sucked up.
155.
Yeah.
I'm 5'8", and now I'm about 190.
Okay.
A little heavy.
Yeah.
A little heavy.
I thought I was
Richard,
lighter
Richard.
than I was when I went to the doctor for that, that big bruise I had on my leg. They weighed me, but I had my shoes on. I was 166.
Thank you.
That's pretty light.
He's
Thank you.
5'7".
Yeah. So I got a
I
little.
think that's
I got a little.
I think
belly.
that's,
166.
yeah, that's a
probably the
normal.
perfect weight,
Yeah, that's a
actually.
normal weight.
It's probably
Yeah.
the perfect weight. Body mass index and all that crap.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
what I'm supposed to be. I'm not overweight, but I'm not underweight either.
So Richard Allen is getting the shaft.
It seems that way.
Yes.
I mean, when I saw the cops talking about him, they were like, he was already convicted. That guy, he killed the, he did this, he did that, and they had him convicted before they even got started.
It
I
seems
think
that
that
way.
they didn't have. I wonder who the DA is, and if he's trying to make a name for himself or something.
It's like he's
mean-
a patsy.
It seems like the judge is out to get him too. They're all out to get him.
It sounds like a cover-up of whoever really did it.
Yeah.
I mean, those little small towns. I grew up in Indiana, and some of those little small towns get pretty. What would you call it? I
Close
mean,
that Facebook.
everybody knows everybody, and there's some crazy shit that goes on.
Guys, let me say this real quick, Mav. If you're watching us, please don't try to call me on Facebook. We're on the phone here. So just wait till Mav is off the phone with us, or we end this call with Mav, and just call here to the show. Okay. We can't answer phones at both places. All right.
Yeah, because Mav's got a 15-minute limit.
No, you don't. Anyway, Mav, it was good talking to you, my
All right.
man.
Peace, brother. Hey,
Bye.
All right. Peace.
put some ice on yourself. You're going to be worse tomorrow.
Oh, I bet.
Peace.
I'm already feeling it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're just tuning in, you actually y'all can see it. Wait, right there. Where I
You
got-
don't even know where it's at. It must not hurt that bad.
right. I don't know. My whole head hurts. I got more of a headache now, but I fell on my head earlier today. I tripped over the dog gate, baby
You want me
gate.
to play it?
and we heard a thud, and we ain't talking about
It was a loud thud.
It wasn't a Sebastian Rogers thud. This was me falling straight ass on my head. My elbows all jacked.
This is PJ. Who is this and where are you calling from?
Not. Oh my God.
Hello.
Hello.
PJ.
What's up? Who is this?
Hi, this is Kelly from Boston.
Hey, Kelly from Boston.
Click on that super chat.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So I heard Dolly fall earlier. I was watching live.
Everybody heard the fall.
Yeah, there was 1,000 people in the room when I busted my ass.
I was so excited for you guys to be coming to Boston too, because I heard you say, I just wanted to say, like, I heard Dolly say, like, Canton is just a little town in Boston, Massachusetts,
Mm-hmm.
It really is, because I'm from actual Boston. Right now, I'm living in the outskirts of Boston, which is Danvers. And I'm like, oh, they're going to go to Canton, so we can't go. Like, you know what I mean? Because I go to Boston all the time. My son's doctor is there and everything, because that's where we're from. So, you know what I mean? So we're there all the time. I'm like, oh, we'll just make a trip to meet them. But I didn't know where you guys would be staying. So, you guys, honestly, PJ, I watch you every morning. You guys really lift up my life. I'm in a family shelter with my son in Danvers in a motel. Okay. And it really does help me a lot, me and my son, because my son watches too. He's 7, about to be 8, but we really do watch you guys a lot.
Awesome.
And when we see that there's a live, I'm like, oh my God, I just had to say that. And about the Sarah Boone thing, I've been following that for a little bit now. You don't just crawl in a suitcase when you're playing hide and seek and tell the girl that you're okay, I'm going to hide in here. So I do think that it was a thing of let me see if I can fit, you know what I mean? And then as soon as she had him in there and he couldn't get out, it was oh, this is my way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm in a family shelter because of an abusive relationship. So I know how that kind of can transpire, and you can be like, oh, now I got him. You know what I mean? I just got out, but she could have went a whole nother route about it. If that was the case, she could have got help with the abuse and all that. You know what I mean? So realistically, I don't think there's an excuse for what she did.
No.
I honestly didn't hear anything about her hitting him with a bat. That's news to me.
But she hit him on his hand as he was trying to unzip it from the inside.
Poked him, according to the lawyer.
The defense lawyer said she poked him, but she basically was
hitting him with
that bat on his hand as he was trying to get out, and telling her, Sarah, I can't breathe. Sarah,
I did hear that.
Horrific.
When I heard that, I was crying. Because it doesn't matter. He didn't kill you. You know what I mean? They were abusive to each other. Me and my ex were abusive to each other. Mind you, no, I didn't put my hands on him, but when you've had enough, you've had enough. You know what I mean? So you just fight back.
To it. I made
right. So
he couldn't listen.
But I just don't see how that's a hide and seek game. That's all I'm saying. I just don't understand.
Nobody sees how that's a hide and seek game. I think she just made it to be that because that's the first thing she thought of to explain why she felt that it was okay that she had zipped him up and left him in the suitcase after he begged her to.
And I forgot. I fell asleep. Oh my God.
Melissa asked, did you hear the thud from earlier? Yes, I heard the thud.
Oh, I definitely heard the thud from earlier. I heard the whole crash, boom, bang.
The whole world heard
better
it.
Yet, hearing it, I felt the thud. How about that? It was like
I know.
In my head.
I wish the phone wasn't ringing in the background so I could make a short of it and enhance the audio and make little graphics.
Well, when it happened, guys, it didn't hurt.
It hurt. I love you guys' accent too. I have to say, I do love you guys' accent because I'm from Boston and everybody's always saying something about my accent.
Do you say
car? I just love the accent.
Can we hear you say car keys?
Khakis.
Khakis.
See? I like Boston. I think the people
talk to car and Harvard. Yeah, I know.
I think Karen Reed gives the place a bad rap because everybody I met up there was pretty cool. We're good people, and I like the environment. So
yeah.
Other than turtle.
Yeah, Karen Reed. And like Canton isn't even a good.
Everybody's not
Canton,
like them. You
Yeah.
know, like
Right,
there's a lot
at
of
all.
these people, cool people that wasn't nothing like the Karen Reed cult.
Yeah.
And believe in
Yeah,
Karen Reed cult, they're not bad people.
They just believe, and they've been
what
culted.
what they believe. Like if you like even
here's the thing. Boston police are very corrupt. So they're using that. I will tell you they are. I won't say all of them, you know, because they are starting to make a change. But I have a past, right? Like I'm a recovering addict. I've been clean for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're talking, like, I don't want to get into the Leilani Simon case, but I've heard you talking about like the addiction part of it, and sometimes I can't always get into your call when there's so many people, so I can't always get a hold of you. I wanted to call in one of the days when you were talking about addiction. I couldn't get a hold. So it was just like, but so I know I've dealt with Boston police quite a bit in my life, right? And they are very corrupt. Like, you're an addict, you just don't matter, right? So I think they're using the corrupt part of Boston police to like, because I truly know that that's not what happened, because it's not even Boston police that were prosecuting her, right? It was Canton.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the FBI. So there was like the Boston FBI, like BFI, right? So it's, there's a lot of corruption in Massachusetts and Boston. And I think they're kind of using that because they know that this, like, other states don't know that, like, Boston is a huge city and there's a lot of outskirts of Boston, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm about 15 minutes from Boston where I'm at right now, right? So it's just, that, like, some people don't know the corruption of Boston police or Massachusetts state police, you know what I mean? Like, there has been some things that have gone on, right? So, and I think she's honestly capitalizing off that.
on that, yeah.
People need to
Right.
realize that two things can be right at the same time. Like, the police can be corrupt,
Right.
but could still be guilty.
Yeah.
Oh, she's definitely guilty. I mean, come on. I think I hit him. I don't know. I might
I
have.
think
You
you
know
hit
what I mean?
me
Like,
with the car. That's why I
Yeah.
got this big ass knot on my head
Yeah. Right.
and my elbow.
Well, it was so
jacked
good to
up.
talk to you guys.
You too.
She hit me at 24 miles an hour in reverse. That's what I feel like.
Right.
Like I've been hit by a Lexus SUV.
I know. I know. And that's
good.
where.
We'll talk to you again soon. Have a good night.
All right, PJ. Bye.
Sorry, see, I always do
You
that.
hit it too soon.
Because I'm like anticipating it, and then I'm like, do I hit it now? Do I hit? And then it just.
I actually thought I'd be a little worse than I actually am. It don't look like my eye's gonna be completely black. A little bit above my eye.
And you're stubborn and won't put ice on it. So I mean, you deserve it.
But the elbow is, oh my God, the elbow is, look how purple and knotted up that elbow
You
is.
could have put ice on it, like I told you.
Oh my
to.
God, look at that little spot.
You might have to
That
hold
shit is
your
terrible.
ass
It
down
hurts
and put
so
ice on
bad.
it.
It hurts so bad. And both my knees. Okay, I got both my knees, my elbow, my head. That was bad. Okay, that was an SUV at 24 miles an hour in reverse. Now I know how John O'Keefe felt, right? Oh my God.
Don't
I could have,
say
if it would have been
that.
snowing in the hallway, I'd probably laid there and died.
I can't with you.
It was terrible.
It's too soon. At least let him get a conviction first.
Yeah, and I'm praying that is the case. We're going to be there to support John O'Keefe, and we're going to be on the right side of justice. We're going to be, supporting him. I think, like I said, I don't think the people that are in the cult and wearing the pink, I don't think they're bad people. I think they truly do believe what they believe.
They believe in their cause very strongly.
Yeah, they believe in their cause. I don't really believe their cause, but they, people have the right to have a difference in opinion, and their opinions is different than mine. Not that I think any of them are terrible, horrible people. Now, the people that were booing his mama out there, you need to have a foot broke off in your ass. Okay, that's one thing I totally didn't get, right? If you really truly want justice for John O'Keefe, you don't boo his mother. You, like, the Turtle Boy guy is absolutely disgusting human being. I mean, he is terrible. I don't even think I didn't even know they stacked shit that tall. the things he says and F his mama and F Paul O'Keefe and all those things, it is, bro, karma's going to come back like this. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be looking like me. Karma coming back to get your ass, right? I wouldn't want to be you, dude. If it don't get you in this life, you're going to end up as a goddamn shit beetle in your next life, because you are a terrible human being.
You come up with some of the
You're going to be shit beetle boy, okay? Because you are horrible. You are a horrible ass person. I don't know how that dude can sleep at night.
I don't know.
I just, you know, you can see he's nothing but money hungry and just a grubber. I mean, just nothing more than that. He could care less about police brutality. He could care less about John O'Keefe, right? It's a money thing to him. It's an attention thing, and just horrible, just horrible. And when you put that out into the world, you get that back, right? You're going to get that back.
He's going to go away for his crimes, I believe.
We couldn't get that lucky.
It's falling apart.
They don't want to stink up the jail that bad. Put him in there. You got to.
You'll see. I'm always right.
You might be. You know.
I mean, I'm watching FKR people turn on each other.
Just like that lady in Tennessee, I pretty much know they locking her up. Right when she goes to court, she's getting locked up
because she's keeping on. She just can't stop, won't stop.
I mean, not even that. You could tell how they handled the protective order that they're going to put her in jail. Right? I know when a judge. Trust me, every judge I walked in front of, I know the look. Okay, I know that you going to jail look, and that judge had that you going to jail, bitch. You know what I'm saying? He had that look, right? And trust me, anybody know the look? Dolly know that you going to jail look, right? I've got it many a time, right?
Seasoned.
So yeah, seasoned, right? I know when you're going. She's going. The best advice I could give both of them is wear your whites when you go to court. Right?
Someone in chat said, yeah, his elbow's messed up. I think you need an x-ray, Dolly. He can move his arm. He's fine.
I'm fine.
It's bruised.
I can move it. It's bruised.
It's because he's on blood thinners.
Right. So I don't know if that's because of blood. That's because I wiped the hell out. Blood thinners are not.
I mean, that's why it's purple, because you busted your blood vessels.
Oh, yeah. It's not only purple, but look how round it is, like an egg.
Yeah, that's exactly how, you get an egg when you hurt yourself, and you're on blood thinners, so you're.
God. And both my knees. I can't show you my knees, but trust me, they hurt too. My knees, my hip, my shoulder, my head. You won't put ice on it though, so. Neck. I feel like I got hit by Karen Reed at 24 miles an hour.
I'm gonna put ice cubes in your bathwater.
It hurts so bad I can't help but to laugh at myself. I'm like, damn, dude. All right. I remember when I could fall on my head and it didn't hurt that bad. You know what I'm saying? You know, they say you're going to be dumb. You got to be tough. I need to toughen up because I can feel that stuff. I can tell you now, I ain't going to be here super late. I'm going to have to go get a little bit of rest and chill. And it got me good.
PJ needs to install adult gates so that Dolly can't attempt to jump.
We're going to get bubble wrap for the floor or something. I don't know, just in case, you know.
Epsom salt bath. Yeah, you won't do that either.
I mean, I did take a hot shower to try to, you know, relax my neck muscles. But when I fell on my head, yeah, I think my neck, you know, because I got a hard ass head. I mean, it's like, you know, but my neck.
As long as you didn't black out, you're fine, and your pupils are fine. I checked.
Yeah. Plus, you got to remember, PJ was a EMT, so if I fall out, she'll take care of me. Don't worry. A little bruised up, but I'm okay. You just got to watch my step next time.
I was looking at gates with a door.
Yeah, we definitely get a gate with a door. I can guarantee you.
I can't believe the phone line's on and nobody's calling me.
Well, definitely hit up the phone line 757-797-6694. We don't have a long time tonight anyway.
I figured at least 8 minutes till 10. Yeah. Lisa P said I broke my foot once and didn't even know for a week. What?
Well, it's definitely not broke. It's not.
You wouldn't be able to move it.
Yeah, it's not broke. It is bruised and it is sore. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we went to eat and I set my arm down on the table.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, as soon as my arm touched the table, I was like, oh, as soon as that elbow.
Hello, this is PJ. Who is this and where are you calling from?
You have to ask.
Doug,
Tennessee.
What's up, Doug?
Dougie.
All I do is I fall and I can't get up.
I need a life alert. I'm falling and I can't.
You have an Apple Watch that would have alerted everybody.
Yeah, but I didn't need to.
Okay, that's okay. You didn't need an alert. We heard it all.
That fall heard from around the world.
Yeah. There was a lot of people in the room that heard that
thud.
Did anybody check on what that thud was?
Yeah,
it was a crash.
we were waiting.
It was a crash. It was a crash plug, and
I don't know why I keep touching the wrong side because it's backwards on the camera, but it got me all through there, all around my eye. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what my kid said. Cow.
It ain't funny, but when he come back, he was bleeding everywhere.
He
said that you beat him up.
I think it was a setup. I think the dog put some P. Diddy's body oil on the floor.
Well, no, Wrangler was mad. You was about to take Lolo out, and he was about to be left there by himself, so he probably did set you up.
It was doggy setup. I think they were plotting on me.
Now them short legs didn't come over that door too good.
I got these little stubs of legs. They're like this long. You know what I'm saying? Little stubby legs that do it to you every time.
I don't like making fun. It was funny.
Stubby legs and webbed toes. You're doomed to hit your head.
You wouldn't know. You're not a high jumper, huh?
I can just imagine.
White man can't jump, apparently.
I can just imagine Doug walking somewhere and you behind him. He's like, "Slow down, Doug. I got little legs."
Little legs, yeah, right. Doug would have stepped right over the thing. Like, look, I had to damn jump.
But it was though. He had it on. They had the television. His little picture come up out, and all of a sudden you heard crash, bam, boom.
I gotta pull it up. I have to. I'm sorry.
It was hilarious. Did he come back up? He said, "I'm bleeding."
I'm glad y'all.
Oh my God, I'm bleeding.
All right, because I guarantee you, when I lay down tonight, I'm gonna like moaning. Oh, you know. The head, believe it or not, people would think the head is what hurts the worst, but it really ain't. My knees, my elbow, and my neck. Okay, that's really what is sore.
Well, when you dive into the floor, that happens to you.
Are you gonna play it?
You're funny though. You're a funny little fella.
I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, Doug?
Me.
Yeah.
You can laugh at me. But,
damn.
Did you hear that?
Terrible.
My favorite is when you come back and you're all like disheveled. You could tell that you got hurt.
I know.
You could tell. It's not funny.
But laughing at you.
The first lady that called after I fell, I was still rocked a little bit, right? Because she was talking. I don't know nothing. I couldn't tell you one thing that lady said, right? I was there, but I don't know if I was really listening because I was still trying to shake the cobwebs out of my head because it felt like I got punched in the head by Mike Tyson.
You're making me laugh too much. But what do you think they're gonna do though, Richard? Do you think they're gonna put him in prison? That Delphi case?
I mean, if they're fair, they won't. If it's rigged in any kind of way, he's done. I think the prosecution in the courts, they definitely want him to be convicted, and so the judge is siding more with the prosecution than she is the defense, and she should have dismissed herself because she has some type of animosity towards Richard Allen for some reason. I don't know what reason that is. Maybe she don't like the fact that he's possibly killed 2 kids, but she's not being a fair judge, I don't think.
Hey, you know what she remind me of, don't you? She might be one of them oldism people too.
I knew he was going to say that.
I mean, she looks like a witch.
She looks like a witch.
Yeah. So,
but I just wanted to call him and ask you for you falling and you couldn't get up.
I got up. It was slow. It got up slow.
They do make that little button that you can put on.
Life alert.
And you can tap that little button.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't need paramedics. I mean, I was able to get up, on my own and everything. It was just I got up slow. First, I rolled over to my back, and it was just like, oh. And then I realized I was live. If I wouldn't have been live, I would have just laid there for about 5 minutes, right? But since I was live, I was like, oh, I better get up. And then I
And
knew
the
everyone
phone,
heard it because I knew I didn't turn the mic off.
and then the phone was ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing.
Yeah, I could hear it from the floor. It was ringing in my head, echoing. Like, you know how you ever get hit really hard and everything starts
The
to
birds in the front of your
yeah,
head.
you got the
Like-
birds spinning and you hear it like echoing, like ring, 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 ring.
But too bad I didn't know your address. I could have called 911.
Yeah,
He didn't need 911.
I didn't need 911, but it was a pretty good shot. You know, the floor 1, dolly 0.
Lolo got lucky. He didn't squash her.
I know. That's why I took the fall was so bad. Is because of Lolo. If I hadn't tucked Lolo like where she wouldn't hit the ground, she would have went down with me.
Yeah, I know. I
No,
looked at baby gates today, but the door ones have to have solid sides, and it's going to be an issue. So we have to have a specific one. But we're getting a baby gate with a door.
Yeah, definitely getting a baby gate with a door. That's for sure. I ain't stepping over that thing anymore.
It's annoying, but if we don't have it up, my dog literally will eat everything on the floor, like everything. It could be a screw, a freaking my dog will eat that. I don't know what its problem is.
Well, don't feel bad. I had a golden retriever that liked to eat rocks.
Oh my God.
Damn.
He'd pick a rock up off the ground. All right, PJ, you take care of Dolly. Don't let him fall no more.
All right, peace.
Bye.
You too.
This is PJ. Who is this and where are you calling from?
Hi, PJ. Hi, Dolly. It's Tennessee. How are y'all doing?
Hey, Tennessee.
How you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Awful, but we won't talk about it. Hey, PJ, I have a question for you.
Sure.
I believe you mentioned it once a long time ago. I wondered if you still believe it. Do you think that, what's her name, Boone? Is that her name, Boone?
Click right there.
Right here?
Right where you were at, so I can see
Sorry,
the chat.
caller. Okay, go ahead. Do I think Boone what? I'm sorry.
Do you still think she pushed him down the stairs while he was in the suitcase?
I've heard people say that, but I never heard them mention it in court.
I heard that that the suitcase was flipped over.
Yeah.
I don't
how
think
would
she
have got him
ever
up the stairs? Could she have carried him up the stairs?
I think it all started upstairs.
I think so too, because that's where the video was, I thought.
Judy said the floor flew up and hit her too. She just laid there. I would have laid there if I hadn't have been live. I'd have just laid there for a good 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I don't know about the suitcase scenario. I know that she did flip it upside down so he couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Right. Eventually it came to that, right?
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, he could have landed down the steps either way.
Yeah, Sage said suitcase was upstairs and then downstairs, so she had to have. I mean, he didn't
If
get
that's
out of
the
it.
case, but I thought she said in court that she came down the stairs and she seen him getting in the suitcase. And then she ran over there and zipped it up. Crazy ass
Like,
lady.
haha, I got you, bitch.
Yeah, like, haha, I got you.
Right. Well, that's her story.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all have a beautiful evening. I was
You
just wondering if
too.
you still thought that.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, you be good. Stay safe. Stay away from baby gates.
Not.
You hanging up. You don't let them say bye before you hang
And she
up.
said bye, and then you said bye, and then she was going to say bye again. That's what's
Oh.
confusing me.
Okay.
This is PJ. Who's this, and where are you calling from?
Hey, PJ, it's Atacor.
Hey, Atacor.
How are you guys?
We're okay.
Okay. Can you hear me
had
okay?
some-
Because you know I'm not good with this stuff. Every time I try to call in, I do. I don't know my YouTube, but you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you really good.
Oh, good. No, but you know what? I had to tell you, and you know I don't call in very often, but I'm not laughing, and I hope that Dolly's okay after his fall.
Thank you.
He's
Thank
a little
you, Claudia.
He's okay.
No, but I'm painting right now, and I'm listening to that, and I can remember I was fostering a kitten, and I didn't want the cat to go into part of the house, so I put a gate in between, like the front part of the house and the kitchen. And one night I got up and you know what? I don't think I was listening to you. Maybe I was listening to you. It was a few years ago. And I'm walking through and I'd forgotten because I just got this cat like a few days before. So I got the baby gate and I put it in. And anyway, when I was walking through there, I forgot. And I had my computer, my laptop.
Oh, no.
And I'm walking through. No, I tripped. And the laptop, I busted my laptop.
Oh, no.
Well, no, you guys, I had to go to the hospital the next day because I had a concussion. I hit the corner of a cabinet going in there. And no, I know. Those things, if you're not used to them, the walk. But anyway, now I'm so glad I can't hear myself talk on here. But I'm going to, anyway, it was good talking to you guys. I hope everything's good. You know, I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm so happy for you guys. But anyway, it's good talking with you.
You too. Thanks for calling in.
And Dolly, I'm going back home. I'm going back to Georgia. I'm looking at, because I'm from Georgia. I was born in Marietta. So I'm thinking about going back to my husband and I. He just retired not long ago. So that's what we're moving. And I've been painting a lot. So we're going back home. I'm going to the Carolinas or Georgia.
Nice.
Anyway,
Awesome.
and my husband, he was in here and he was cooking and he could hear your voice because I was listening to your earlier video. And so anyway, he goes, he sounds like he's from Georgia.
Yeah, I am from Georgia. I am.
I know. And I was like, you can tell. And as soon as, I think it was like years and years ago when I first, because, you know, the insomnia and my son was stationed out in Japan. And so I was up all night anyway, because that was the only time that I could talk to Adam when he was out in Japan.
Yeah.
So I would be up waiting, and that's how I discovered you, because it was like I didn't have anything else to do. So I was just going through YouTube and I found Dolly and I was like, oh my God, he's funny.
Yeah, thank you.
Funny. And then
I don't do too much late stuff anymore. I may do a later tonight stream myself. There's some things I want to go over. So I may do another stream later tonight.
Yeah, but you know what, Dolly? This was like back when you were doing like 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Way late. Yeah, we were doing it. And that was the only time, and it was perfect. And I told my husband, because he was listening, he was in the kitchen because I was painting in there, and he goes, he's funny. And I said, I told you. It was like, he's from Georgia, huh? His mama is from Virginia.
Okay.
But he recognized Georgia is an easy accent, I think.
Yeah, my mom's from Virginia. I'm the only one in my family from Georgia.
Oh yeah. We have my dad was from Pound, Virginia. Pound.
Never
you know
heard
what
of
that
it.
is? Yeah, it's like, you know where Blacksburg is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go further west, and it's right there by Kentucky on the state line.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bitty town. You know, it's in the what do they call it? The hollow.
Hollers.
Hollers. I want to say hollow. Maybe that's the proper way to say.
We just met Muttley Crew's dog grooming just called.
Twice.
Yeah. So wait 1 second. When we're done with this call, we'll take your call.
I'm sorry. What now?
No, I was just somebody called. You be good. You stay
I'll let you
safe.
go. I don't want to keep you guys.
It's okay. He just saw the caller ID and was telling him that we were closing up.
Okay. You guys take that call. I just wanted, whenever you were talking about that gate, it was like, oh my gosh, I did the thing.
I tripped over the gate too.
That's okay.
I think I got it a little worse.
You did that because blood thinners, and you won't put ice. So
yeah. Well, okay. I'll let you guys go.
Have a good night. Thanks for calling.
Have a good. I love you guys. Bye bye.
You know, I was just seeing if my head would bounce. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to dribble my head like a basketball.
You were not.
I think I was like boop boop boop.
It wasn't funny. But it's funny now. There's your Motley Crew.
Answer.
This is PJ. Who is this and where are you calling from?
Hey, PJ. Hey, Dolly. It's Shauna from
Shauna.
Tennessee. I know you're not used to this number.
Are you a dog groomer?
Among other things, yes.
Oh, okay.
I've told you that in the past, but I know you got a lot of callers. I'm calling from my business phone because my regular phone that I normally call you from took a complete crap. So I just wanted to share something funny with y'all. That's why I haven't been able to call in a while. But so I've told you in the past that I have a dog. She's a Great Pyrenees, a pup that I groom, and her name is Dolly. And every time I say, Dolly, sit, Dolly, do this, I'm like, oh, shoot, you know, and then when you're like, Dolly, well, today I had PJ and Dolly here, Parker Jane, which we call PJ, and Dolly. And all day long, I'm like, Dolly, PJ, stop. Like, oh, God, this feels weird.
That's like Alamo that calls in. She has a cat named Dolly.
That's funny.
Yeah. But this is the first time in 6 years they've ever been here together. So it's just, it was quite funny. But also, I like I said, I haven't been able to call in, but I've been watching and listening. I'm waiting on T-Mobile to get me my new phone. But
cool.
PJ, keep your head up. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
You are beautiful. And you are.
I try to ignore it for the most part. Every now and then I just lose it, and then I'm done with it.
And guess what?
I've
give yourself some grace. It's okay.
Thank you.
It is okay to lose your crap.
I know she's beautiful all the time.
I'm sure you do, because if you didn't, you'd be hanging up by your ankles.
I just don't want to die in my sleep.
Like, no, seriously. And Dolly, I'm glad you're okay. I'm so.
I got shitty luck.
Oh my God.
Bad luck.
I knocked the shit out of myself last night with a freaking clipper, like just going to put it up, grooming my pups, and yeah, just I get it. And you just want to cry because you're like, holy crap, what the hell? But at least I wasn't live on YouTube. But you handled that with grace as well.
I did see a tear.
I think I recovered good. You know what I'm saying?
You did good, bud. Listen, just sending you guys lots of love. And, you know, this bull crap, like what you said today, Dolly, you know, kudos to you, man. Just keep, like, why be on, like, why try to make a buck off of a tear? And like, I don't want to get into it. I'm a little behind. I know we've been, from what I've heard, talking about Sarah Boone and whatnot. But you know what? You guys handle yourselves with grace, and you're professional, but you're real. It's like you said, real knows real.
I truly believe that.
I do too, man. I'm telling you, I've seen it all. I left a really lucrative career to follow my passion, and it seems like that's what you've done too, because Lord knows you probably don't make as much as you used to in your other profession.
I don't make as much as I used to, but I'm not as strained as much as I used to be either.
Amen, brother. Yeah, exactly.
It evens itself out, you know.
It does, but you know what? I don't even like follow these other idiots. I'm going to call them that. That's my opinion. It's my opinion and my opinion only. I'm pretty sure there's lots that feel the way I do, but you know what? Just stay true to your heart. That's all we can do, y'all. And God, okay, like I said, I left a pretty lucrative career in the music business to follow my passion for animals.
Yeah.
I almost came through the freaking phone screen, when I heard about this person, and I'm like, you fake little biatch. Like, okay, so God, who's going to come onto your channel when I've been following you since Summer Wells, and I didn't chat or call for the longest time, but I've seen nothing but good from you and from PJ. And who's going to come on there? Not only, like you said, Dolly, oh, you come after me all you want, but you come after my partner, my woman, that's a whole, like, gloves are off. And I'm the same, because I'm that way with my husband.
Yeah.
Like, he don't give a crap. You can come after him. He's like, whatever. But I'm like, gloves are off. I'm coming. Don't. But you guys have just, like, that's why real people follow you. That's why the people that call into your channel and that are in your chat, because you have the kindest, like, chat, the kindest moderators. I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, and we don't let bad people stick around here. You know, we'll show them the door.
It's quickly. Like bad apples.
Yeah.
It starts to
right, but it's like you said, we don't ban people, but you want to come up here and talk shit about animals and hurting animals, you're gone. And those are my people. So y'all are my people.
We appreciate it.
And I love y'all. I really appreciate y'all, and thanks for taking my call. I didn't mean to keep y'all so long. And
no, you're fine.
Love to all the turtle gang.
Same to you. Be good. Stay away from baby gates.
Bye.
I'm gonna try. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you, PJ. Stay beautiful, girl.
Bye, PJ.
That's my whole new thing now. Stay away from baby gates. They're absolutely dangerous. Okay. Well, tell people don't be Dolly at home. It's dangerous. You see my head. You know.
This is PJ. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hey, PJ, this is Cindy from Tennessee.
Hey, Cindy.
What are you up to?
Just chilling. Minding.
Oh, well, that's good.
Minding.
I'm glad you're in a better mood tonight.
I got it all out of my chest, and I felt like I had a therapy session this morning, actually. So.
Oh yeah, I was watching it. I commented on there.
I started out saying I'm not gonna cry, and then 5 minutes later, in the SpongeBob narrative voice, 5 minutes later.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm like you. I've got 2 cats, myself, and a dog. And the dog was my husband's, and he passed away, and I've still got her.
Oh.
And then I've got my grandson had to move, and he couldn't take the cats where he was going, so I'm fostering his 2 cats for about 6 months for him. So
cool.
But no, you don't mess with animals. I feed the deers, the squirrels, and I've got a picture of a possum on my front porch.
I do too.
One of my old cats.
I didn't know possums and cats were such good friends.
Yeah, our possums and cats get along together. They eat each other and everything.
Oh yeah, they was up there on my windowsill together. My husband took a picture of them years ago. But on this case with the suitcase, can Dolly explain to me how in the hell are you going to play hide and seek when somebody zips you in a suitcase? How in the hell are you going to go hide and they're going to come and find you?
I mean,
you're not.
I'm not fitting in a suitcase. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither.
You're gonna have to have a closet. You have to lock me in the closet.
Right. But I mean, she put him in the suitcase and she zipped him up. Then she went and hid upstairs in the shower. How does she expect him to find her?
Well, allegedly he got into the suitcase and she just helped zip him up.
Yeah. At first he was in the shower hiding, then she came out, and then he was hiding and she zipped him up in the suitcase. But the bad, crazy thing is when she went to bed, she left him in there. Why not let him out?
As he was saying to please get him out. It just,
Well, he had his hands out trying to unzip it, and she beat him with a damn baseball bat.
She poked his hand, according to her.
She hit him with that bat. She was probably like, wow. Every time he had bruises on his
now
hands.
that's straight evil.
She had bruises
that is
on his
evil.
hand.
And then for her to act like she don't know that he was gonna die, like, hello?
Right.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Wow.
Just a mean lady.
I just don't get that. And then the Delphi, I don't think that guy's guilty. I said all along he wasn't guilty.
I think you're right there. I think he's innocent too. I think he has mental health issues, and he would confess to robbing a bank if you told him he robbed a bank.
Oh yeah, he just done that so he could get out.
Yeah,
try to get
out that cell. Confessing is better than not getting out that cell at all, or just to have communicate with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's scary how they did that, and he hasn't even had a case, or he hasn't even had a trial at all.
Oh, I know. He's been in there for a long time.
Yeah.
Did he ever? I never found that. I meant to look that up to see if he ever actually formally waived his right to a speedy trial. Because I don't remember that.
No, he didn't.
So, like,
it kept getting delayed because of the judge and her firing the lawyers and stuff. He never waived his right to a speedy trial.
So how is that okay?
It ain't. I believe they violated his constitution multiple times, his constitutional rights.
Right. And then that's scary to me.
Shortleg says she thinks Richard Allen is faking crazy. You can't fake eating poop.
No, I know. They've done something number on that man.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right.
No, wait, you can't pretend eating. Like, I'm sorry. And then he was, he took all, there's just so much more to it than just even the eating poop. He was doing so much more than just that.
Yeah.
But.
Right. Did y'all get your cups to light up?
No, and I forgot all about that. I meant to do that. I brought mine because mine was at work with me, and I just brought it back today because I wanted to wash it out.
Yeah.
I totally want to do that. You'd have to put it in the light to get it to activate. If
Yeah,
it's like all
you
the
gotta
other.
let it sit in the light for 60 seconds and turn. I know how it works, but I haven't used it yet, but I'm about to.
Yeah. My daughter, she blacklighted them and everything, so they
That's
should
cool.
just light up when you turn the lights out.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah, they should.
It's really cool. Did you make these?
My daughter.
Her daughter.
Does she do it sublimation?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I told PJ. I said these are sublimated
because they're sturdy.
No, because I used to do the coffee mugs, and I could tell it was the same as the coffee mugs.
Yeah, she does all that stuff. She's big into racing, and she sets up at the racetrack, and she does all that. She's even got some that's got Bluetooth in the bottom of them.
Wow.
Oh wow.
That's extra fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I've done a lot of sublimation printing. I haven't never done no tumblers. I've done coffee mugs and cups and stuff like that, but I've never done a tumbler.
Yeah, she sells a lot of them tumblers, but
they're pretty popular.
I think.
Yeah.
She put a card in that envelope.
Oh yeah, I got the card.
Yeah. And I put your card in there with some money in there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I said use that for the fund.
That's the bottom.
Yeah, the rubber piece.
I did that on mine today. It comes with the rubber piece for the bottom.
That's real cool. This is awesome.
I had my third cup of coffee in my cup
I almost
today.
just want to set it on my mantle, because it kind of.
I told Marlon, my daughter, I said he'll set it on his damn mantle. He'll come out one night and it'll all be lit up.
Usually the things I collect or keep, or I don't want to mess up, I'll put on my mantle.
Yeah. Well,
it's never going to be real dark, and because you always sleep with that TV on. I'm trying to think of when it would be dark.
We're about to get a new shelf and stuff because I'm running out of room for all the heads I collect.
Yeah.
I collect more heads.
That sounds terrible to say. Fake heads.
Yeah, they're fake heads.
Right.
Masks. But I collect a lot of masks, different things from Frankenstein to you name it. So I got to have a place to put them all. And we seen a little shelf, but we were in the car, so we couldn't get it. So we're going to buy a shelf that has a bunch of individual spots that all my heads can be in.
Yeah.
But she put a card in there, and I just put a thing in there and told you to use that, either the Christmas fund, the lawyer fund, or the car fund. It don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we appreciate it. Thank you. Big virtual hugs to you.
Love the cup.
And definitely love the cups.
Have a good night.
You too. Love you guys.
Thank you.
All right, be
Bye.
good. All right, so look, we're going to get ready to get out of here. We're PJ got to go to bed soon.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take a little break and let my neck's kind of sore, and let these Advil kick in better. And I may come back and go over some things. There's some stuff that came out today that I wanted to review a video of. So I may come back late night. I can't make you any promises. But what time is it now? 10:30? So around 12:30 tonight. By then, PJ will be asleep, and I'll be staring at the TV. But instead of staring at the TV, I'm going to come back live with you guys tonight. So if you're up around 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is in 2 hours, I will be back live with you guys, okay? It'll just be me. We won't have beautiful PJ. You'll just have my ugly lumped up head and face, right? But I will see you guys then. So in the comment box before we go, tell us what you think. What do you think they're going to do with Karen Reed? Are they going to find Richard Allen not guilty? And should Sarah Boone have took that 15-year deal?
And is she going to have another trial?
And is she going to have another trial?
She's got to have a reason to ask for one. She can't just have another trial because Sarah Boone wants to have another trial. So that's the question at hand right now. She's requesting a new trial.
Absolutely.
She wants a do-over.
So answer those questions for us in the comment box down below after the video ends, because we look forward to reading your comments. I really enjoy reading them in the morning. Usually when I first wake up in the morning, that's the first thing I do is read what you guys have wrote in the comments. Okay, so I will see you in a couple hours. Be good, be safe until Dolly is back with you in just a little while. All right, peace.